Hello everyone and welcome back to WesterosCraft Walks. I'm your host Kobe.
And I'm Lucia.
And today we've just come out of the Rainwood over there from Mistwood. And you guys could choose in last episode to either go to the east, which is that direction, or to the west, which is over there. And you guys chose for the west. So we're gonna move along this road away from the sunset. And along this road, the place we're going to is House Herston from the Stormlands. And it's not really a well-known house. The only thing we know about the house is that it is a house from the Stormlands. And their coat of arms is semi-canon, but we'll come back to that in a moment. Over there we can already see the first hamlet that we are gonna visit. So we're gonna come across a hamlet first and walk through the woods and we'll end up at the town. Yeah, I'm surprised not more people voted to go east, because that would have been Weeping Tower, which has like a lot more lore behind it. It's quite bigger as well. But I guess we will one day make a video about it.
Quite bigger?
Quite bigger, yeah.
I am quite bigger than you.
That is my saying.
But I think it is good sometimes to do those smaller houses because you still put a lot of work into it and planning, and no, it can be seen as easier but also harder that there's not a lot of information about the house because you have more creative choice. But then also it can, with houses that have lots of lore, it can be a bit easier to plan because you kind of know what's there already.
Mm-hmm. But I think the mods will go like harder on you if there is a lot of lore, because you have to get the lore right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are gonna enter this little holdfast, which I think acts as like a lighthouse as well, or a watchtower. Oh yeah, also during this episode I have to mention that mostly inside there's a lot of those like kind of artifacts again, where the shader spec is being glitchy, so I apologize for that. Like the white little dots. So yeah, I apologize for that in advance. But yeah, here we are at the top. There you can see the colors actually. Oh, actually, no, we look at the hamlet first.
Like, no.
But yeah, there you can see the colors of the house. The sigil, which is semi-canon, is a rooster on, I think, a yellow field, and there's some white in there. You'll see it on screen right now. It's not fully canon, it's semi-canon, but that's close enough for us to put it in.
See, what makes something semi-canon rather than fully canon?
I think it's fully canon if it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's fully canon if it's specifically mentioned in the books, and it's like semi-canon if it's kind of like a spin-off of the books, like for example.
Oh, the big one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think.
Unlike the big one, we actually own 2 copies of it. Yeah,
the World of Ice and Fire. I'm not sure if that's classed as full canon or semi-canon, because George R.R. Martin did work on it. So I'm not sure. Like, I know actual canon is based from the actual source material, and like semi-canon is from like kind of spin-offs, but I don't know where the line is if it means whatever Martin works on is that.
It might be something as simple as they kind of mention the flag or the arms briefly, but they don't have like a drawing of it maybe. So like they say there's a rooster, but they don't really explain what he's doing. He could be smoking a cigar, we don't know. That would be pretty funny. Yeah,
so we are walking to the main town through the woods. We saw a nice little creek there earlier. This is still part of the Rainwood, but as you can see, it's not as dense as where Mistwood was.
And one thing I was wondering as well about, people often think about this area on the map, like Crownlands, the Reach, would be this area in the world. I was trying to think, where exactly do you think the Stormlands kind of would be if it was a real world location? Because there's nothing kind of quite like it, so I was thinking maybe, because there's lots of trees and it's rainy and that it's quite fertile, somewhere in South America maybe, because it's also quite warm with this location near to dawn. But then, yeah, it's a kind of odd one. It's like a mishmash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be like it would be kind of, it's a rainwood, but it's not a tropical rainwood. So I'm not sure, like, yeah, what would be the equivalent in the real world?
Yeah, because like the wooden style is kind of reminds me of like Scandinavian almost, but then the weather
hot.
does not match
Yeah.
it. It's like hot Scandinavian.
Yeah, but as you briefly mentioned before, it is quite close to Dorne. It's just because we're on the south side of the Stormlands. If we go across the sea here, we'll end up at the north of Dorne, and we can kind of see influence of that here as well.
Ship, wine, wine merchant, Dornish wine.
Exactly, yeah.
Is it called Dornish gold or is it Arbor gold?
Is Arbor gold and Dornish red or Dornish wine? Yeah.
Either way, apparently Dornish wine's very nice.
Yeah, but as Lucia, I was pointing at the screen and Lucia was guessing what I was saying. But that kind of tells the story of first they bring it over on ships and then it goes into the wine merchants.
You're welcome. It was a brief rundown.
Yeah.
Ship, wine, done.
Yeah, but yeah, we're kind of exploring some of the houses here. Kind of the normal style of smaller houses. You can see the tower of the keep there as well in the distance.
Now, whenever I see ones like this, where it's completely unprotected, I'm like, I wonder how many baby corpses are down there.
Oh, in the well, yeah.
Yeah, all the things to think about. I'm like, I wonder how many baby corpses are here. Just me.
Yeah, so this road goes further in the woods, but over here I spotted something interesting.
Bread.
Bread oven. Lucia,
Oh.
I'm considering giving myself another shout out.
Because you're a bread oven.
Yeah, because on my personal channel, link at the end of the video, I made a whole video about medieval bread making, if you want to check that out at the end.
But the interesting thing about bread making is that with like a wood-fired bread oven, they wouldn't actually have a fire going when the bread was in there because it'd be way too hot. They'd set a fire inside and then allow that to kind of heat up the stones. Then they'd take the ash and the fire out and then put the bread in, and the stones would retain the heat for so long that would cook the bread.
Mm-hmm.
I think as well about keeping it underneath, they would put the fire off as well because it would be too hot and it would burn the bottom of the bread and then the top isn't cooked.
Yeah, it is possible as well for like underneath to have a little heating thing, but I think that's more to maintain the heat. It wouldn't like be fully on fire.
Yeah, that was the only thing that annoyed me in the Mistwood castle. Apart from that, I loved it, but the bread was in the oven with like a full fire. And I was...
Oh yeah, in the same
I was triggered.
thing. Yeah.
I was like, this is so inaccurate. Oh my god.
Yeah, as you said. Yeah, so yeah, as you mentioned, they would put the fire in the place where the bread goes into, in that same hole. But then they take out the fire after it's heated up the stones to put the bread in there. So the same hole is used to heat up the thing with the fire. Well, you explained it better earlier.
I heat up the thing with the fire.
Yeah.
The stones?
The stone, yeah. Heat up the stone with the fire. But yeah, we finally reached the keep. Have a blacksmith. You have all the things that you need in a keep.
See, I love that kind of half slab where it's kind of... I don't know what it's meant to be, the red thing.
Oh, meat.
Some people use it as meat, but then some people I've also seen them use it in like dyeing or fabric. It's a very multi-purpose block. So if I see it, I'm like, I'm not exactly sure what they're using it in this context for.
Oh yeah, and just outside we also saw a little pen for the chickens, because they've got a rooster on their coat of arms, so I guess that's fitting.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like Tower of London, they have to keep a crow, but here they have to keep a chicken.
Yeah.
Apart from they get very hungry.
This was also something that I thought was interesting. To use the things, you have to stand in the plants. To use the
Maybe
the
it's for the
targets.
cabbages.
Oh, target.
Like they're sentient cabbages.
Oh, yeah. Form of defense. Yeah, because it's not a big area. It's kind of small to keep. Got the hall here. The
I
eating
like
hall.
it though, even though it's small, they've gone up.
Yeah, and the Lord is sitting all here by himself.
Maybe he's lactose intolerant, but he still indulges in dairy, so for the protection of the people around him, he keeps them away.
Oh yeah. And I was looking to go up here. Then later, I was trying to find the rookery, but I couldn't find it. But then I did find it, so we'll put a clip of that there. Yeah.
You guys missed it. It was great. He was flying around, saying I can't find it, and then just flew straight into it.
Yeah. it's above the kitchen. That's why I mentioned it. But while recording, I didn't realize there was another level on there. But I'll put a clip of that at the end, because above the kitchen here we've got barracks, where you saw there's swords. Little overview, a gallery. I think is it called a mezzanine?
Kind of like a gallery, but it's kind of odd. You don't see with like the fancy area and their own wine, but
yeah.
Maybe it's a secret story because it's not got a lot of canon. Often you'll see builders will make their own canon. It could be maybe his wife lives up there and he hates her, so he keeps her far away.
Oh yeah, I guess they can make a
you never know.
Story.
You see all types of fun stories.
Yeah, here another level. One of the candles is out on the chandelier.
Imagine if you could train crows to light the candles.
Smart crows.
Or you just send like a burning crow towards the candle. Self-sacrifice and whatnot.
Yeah. So here we are climbing the main tower. They've got some normal bedrooms there. I was expecting the rookery to be at the top, but it wasn't. So that confused me. And that's where I was like, oh no, I thought it would be up there, but then I couldn't find it.
What?
Yeah. As you go up, you get nicer and nicer rooms, but at the very top, the Lord's room is there. So, as we climb up, oh, actually, this is a loom, I think. Little one.
The loom room.
Loom room, yeah.
Loom room.
So, yeah, you see all the colors. This one has a nice little window.
Aye.
But yeah, it is quite a slender tower. So over here they've got the private kind of dining area, I guess, for the Lord if he wants a little snack. I think this is the top floor with the Lord's room, all by himself.
You don't know if he's all by himself.
Oh yeah, maybe his wife sleeps in the same
Or she could be in the room underneath, because the room underneath had red and yellow, which is most of the colours of the house.
Yeah.
Or it could be for a child. That's the thing, you often see they have the Lord and the Lady have a separate bedroom. You're like, well, maybe they actually love each other, or maybe he does hate her and my story was correct. You never know. It'll probably be somewhere in the builder application, actually. So you can always see those on the forum where builders apply and you can see all the different stages. But there they also write in, or they can if they want, stories about things. So if they've done something a certain way, they'll explain it.
So, this is where, because I thought the rookery was going to be at the top over there, but it was just storage rooms, so then I was confused. But yeah, later on I went back and I had a look at the rookery, so I'll put the footage of that on screen right now. But as you can see, there's not like that big. It's not that big, the rookery.
Crows and stuff.
Yeah. So I guess around now we jump back to the footage that we have on screen right now. We are going down in the basement because I thought maybe the rookery is down there.
They have moles rather than crows. How cool would that be? It would be pretty slow though, but that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I guess since there is no real canon about this build, we can make it up.
I don't think the mods would approve it though.
Yeah. So yeah, now that was about it for this build. We are going back to the village one last time to have a nice look at the castle as the sun is setting. But yeah, this is episode 99. So what does that mean, Lucia? Oh no, you don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
In the UK, 99 is another word for a cone with ice cream and a flake.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it used to actually be 99p, and now it's like £2. It's ridiculous.
Oh.
Ice cream inflation. That's how the economy works, guys.
Yeah, but so that means next episode is episode 100, and we're making our way to I just said move.
We're making a move.
Yeah, I tried to say move, but then I changed my mind. So we're making our way to this ship of the Lords, which we will borrow to get to our next sorry, I can't speak. To our next
to our next destination.
Thank you, Lucia.
Oi.
Yeah, but as we look at the sunset, so next episode 100, we'll probably still be traveling on the ship, so we'll do something special for that. But in episode 101, this ship will take us to a new location where we will start a new little walk around where you can choose the directions. I'm actually gonna climb this area over here. Can I do it without breaking immersion?
Probably not.
I think I'd okay. And I'm gonna look.
I know how clumsy you are in real life, so I'm like, this is for me. This is unbelievable.
Yeah. I do have my speed up as well. Oh, I couldn't go through here. I was like, ooh.
Too chunky. All those chips.
Yeah. So thanks for watching this episode. On screen right now you can find a link to the playlist of WesterosCraft Walks. You can also find a link to my personal channel. You know what, I'll just put the link to my bread making video on there as well, in case you want to check that out.
And we'll see you guys next time for episode 100. Bye.